Global Electrical Group on Thursday presented a check for $1 million as contribution towards the APRC campaign cost. Mohamed Bazi handed the check to the Vice President at a ceremony at State House. In a separate development, the new World Food Programme representative to the Gambia paid a courtesy call on Her Excellency Ajah Dr. Aissatou Njie Saidi. Ibrahim Balde reports on these and other programs at State House.
The Vice President's official engagement on Thursday morning began with a courtesy call by the new World Food Programme Chief, Victoria Ginger. The meeting offered the World Food Programme official the chance to learn more about the operational and strategic direction of the WFP in the Gambia. Speaking to journalists after the courtesy call, Madam Ginger expounded on what she called the new emphasis.
We discussed the new emphasis that the World Food Programme would like to put in place in the Gambia. We have been working together in terms of managing and implementing the school feeding program. So the challenges ahead is for a smooth transition of the implementation of the school feeding program.
Next on the list was a group of Islamic scholars from Pirang, Basori, and its satellite villages. The group comprises influential leaders running local Quranic schools called Majlises in the West Coast region. The head of the delegation, Alhaji Yusuf Dabo of Basori, told the Vice President and members of the APRC National Coordinating Committee that their mission at State House was twofold: to commiserate with the First family following the demise of the mother of the First Lady and to renew their support to President Jammeh and his administration. Dabo did not mince his words when he told the Guardian that they will work towards ensuring a landslide for the APRC in next week's presidential election. Other speakers included Alhaji Mukhtar Silla and Alhaji Sidi Mukhtar Gassama. They emphasized the need to pray for peace in the run-up to the election and to re-elect President Jammeh for continued peace, development and prosperity. The occasion, chaired by APRC National Mobilizer and KMC Mayor Yankuba Koli, was also graced by Secretaries of State and influential APRC bigwigs. Majority Leader Fabakary Tombong Jatta commended the delegation for coming to State House to renew their support to President Jammeh. The Minister of Basic and Secondary Education and APRC Deputy Campaign Manager Fatou Lamin Faye highlighted the significance of the meeting and used the occasion to disclose some of the plans being formulated by government to improve Quranic education in the Gambia. Barely 6 days to go before the presidential election, the APRC National Coordinating Committee received a handsome check from a prominent business executive in the country. Mohamed Bazi, the Chief Executive Officer of the Global Electrical Group, handed to the Vice President a check for $1 million as part of his contribution towards the APRC campaign cost.
Always we will be at your support. This is the minimum we can do to stand by you with this election, to do our best, whatever we can do to support His Excellency Sheikh Professor Dr. Ajah Jammeh, and for the party. And we have been here for a long time. We will continue our support, whatever the need. We are at your service, and we are part of the this election to support. I know everybody here, so this is the minimum we can do. And as you know, you can count on our support all the time. Whatever you need, we are at your service.
I must say that we are not surprised that you have come up with this contribution. You've always been by the side of His Excellency the President and the government and people of the Gambia since you've been here. I remember even in your absence, when we had our gala dinner, the fundraising gala dinner, Manhat was around and ably represented you and do exactly what you would have done if you were around.
The last words came from the Vice President, who said the likes of Mohamed Bazi is what the country needs as far as sustainable development is concerned.
That's the sort of business person we want to see in the Gambia. That's the sort of partner we want to have in this country. That's the sort of partner the President encourages in this country. So we want to say, keep up the good work. We are very proud of the partnership we have with you. We value it. We are privileged to have you, and we thank you.
Ibrahim Balde, GRTS.
President Jammeh's thank you tour has taken him to towns in the Central River region. Abdul Njai, who is with His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh and Entourage reports, jubilant supporters thronged streets to welcome the head of state on entering the Upper River region.
The opposition support base in the Central River region. During a meeting in Bansang on day 3 of his tour, the spirit of defection was again at the epicenter of the president's political sweep. It was this time a massive one that officials say has shaken the opposition in the region to the very core. The villages involved were Tabanani, Borna, Bantanto, Sololo, Mabalikoto, and Dobonkunda. From them, a total of 400 former supporters of the United Democratic Party announced they have broken relations with Dabo. Weir Fadi, who spoke on their behalf, said these communities have changed heart because they desire development, results, and not empty promises. Years of opposition support, he said, have saved them whatever chances they might have had to maintain a reasonable place in the government's development priorities, initiated by the current leadership to improve the lives of Gambians. The first signs of welcome and acceptance were issued by the incumbent, who had earlier on stated that it was important for the party to be able to accept people wishing to join his development bandwagon. This is, after all, not only about politics, but the welfare of the people that is at stake. President Jammeh went on to register his appreciation to the people of the Central River region for the support and loyalty they have maintained for the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction Party. It is true to say that I am in power in God's will, he said, but this has been through your support and those of the rest of the country. The incumbent, who is now seeking renewal of his mandate to serve in the country's most highest office, also thanked the youths and the women of the country for their unflinching support to the APRC. He cited as example the turnout in Bansang as a strong manifestation of the special love people have for the party, and him in particular. In this year's cropping season, President Jammeh decried the poor quality of the harvest, which farmers here blamed on the ever-changing rain pattern. But the President still insists CRR has the potential to feed the Senegambia belt if only there is appropriate farming technique in place. However, the greatest challenge is making sure the current harvest stays in the country. The Gambian leader went further to announce ongoing plans to have gurus right across the region to ensure there is continuous production. His election message still revolves around the need to maintain stability and respect for others wishing to make the race to the State House. He is confident, however, of victory come November the 24th, but will want that results to leave a long-lasting scar in the opposition ranks. And those assurances have been made too by local party representatives and their liaison officers in the cabinet. Among them are Chief Biram Balde, Alhaji Suley Boy, and Lady Councillor Fatmata Jaju. They were unanimous in voice and also in promise. Victory for the APRC, according to the stalwarts, is a matter of must, and the polls they say will be free and fair. Deputy Minister Tulengba Jeta and Yankubu Ture also spoke at the ceremony. Later in Gambisara in the Upper River region, the incumbent promises the electors of Bogon immediately after the elections. This came after an appeal by his supporters here, who complain about a current problem gripping their water supply system due to recent expansion in the community, and the need for government intervention to save the situation. He has strong support in this religious community, and proceedings in the meeting lasted less than an hour, because the President saw no need to talk politics, when his mission is to thank them. He proceeded to the administrative capital of the Upper River region, Basse, and the procession that progressed with his convoy towards his residence was unimaginable. It was a spontaneous turnout, inundating the streets of this busy town with party loyalists drumming their way along the slow-moving vehicles. It looked more like an entry into Banjul, and it was so comforting to the entourage, but not to his opponents. The incumbent proceeded this morning with a meeting in Jakunda in Wuli, and is presently being treated to sound and positive discourse at the Baserini Stadium. Abdinjai with the presidential entourage.
You can also follow that story and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.jm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. That takes us to our first break. We'll be right back.
And the largest insurance company in the Gambia.
Over 37 years, we kept this nation safe and insured. In terms of cost, travel, property, cash in transit, and medical. Our presence breathed an air